fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Izuku Midoriya. He took 1 week off of school after discovering that he was quirkless. And whenever he came back, he discovered that there was a new kid there. Now, at recess, he found that Bakugo, he was bullying the new kid. So he tried to step up and help. Discovering what the new kid's quirk was and meeting Katie. Now, with that being said, we will go in a bit of a time skip. Roughly about 3 to 4 years later. So whenever these characters are in between... Well, Midoriya is almost 8 since it's about to be the last day of school. And both these two are talking. Now, they're actually in the last period of their classes. Both these two sitting at a desk as Midoriya, he's facing forwards, while Katie, she's actually spun around. And talking with Midoriya as the teacher, he doesn't really care. He's currently grading papers, and he's giving them their free time. Katie asking Midoriya, what does he think that they should do? It's going to be a very long summer. That's a difficult one. Well, maybe we could hang out. Obviously. What else are we going to do? I can't just stay cooped up in that apartment all the time. I hate it. Oh, come on. It can't really be that bad. Huh. Midoriya, you're just constantly playing video games and looking at those videos online. Hey. Come on, besides. Come on, let's go to the beach. Get up, run around, have fun. Probably. But even then, I really should start training again. Oh, you're doing that again? Yeah. My mom, she gave me some easy things to do, and I've just been doing them, but I don't think they're really working. Well, what is it? Oh, push-ups, sit-ups, and... Well, she usually has me take out the trash so I can just climb up the stairs and go down them. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. Well, yeah, but still. I feel like I'm just wasting my time. Well, if you feel that way, then whenever we get to the beach, let's try training. Huh? Somebody pointing out that can these two please talk a little bit quieter? And that they need to just stop. Now, with that, Katie, she actually just bring her hand up, talking about how they need to just shut up and let them finish their conversation. Now, the person jumps up saying that if they want to fight, then let's fight. They're not scared to take them on. Now, Katie, she actually has to go to sit up. Have Midoriya, he gets onto his feet first, telling the guy that he's not just gonna do that. He's not just gonna fight his friend. And what are you gonna do? You're quirkless, aren't you? That doesn't matter. Midoriya bring up his fist, saying that he'll become a hero, even without a quirk. Now, with that being said, the kid is told by the teacher just to sit back down. Otherwise, they're going to have a whole lot of trouble, instructing Midoriya and Katie to do the same. to which they do. Now, with that, there is later on whenever they get to the beach. And these two, they actually did come here with their parents. Katie with her mom and her older brother, and Midoriya with Inko. Now, with that being said, Katie's mother, I do not have a name for her, or do I have a name for her brother, are quite simply telling Katie that she doesn't need to not go very far. Inko basically telling the same thing to Midoriya. Now, with that being said, these two do begin to at least run around and walk around the beach. As soon as they get to a certain spot far away, Katie immediately just turns around, stopping Midoriya mid-conversation, telling him that he is it, before running off. Midoriya getting a little bit annoyed, and actually chasing after her. However, running barefoot in the sand, it's not easy. Hell, your feet sink in every time you take a single step, and you just have to try your hardest not to fall while running. Now, Midoriya does chase Katie, and Katie, she just keeps running. Eventually, Midoriya does catch up, but she quite simply is able to juke him out, and Midoriya does fall onto the sand. Now, with that, a couple minutes later, Midoriya does eventually catch her, being able to tag her and simply just run off, talking about how she won't catch him. Now, Katie does chase after Midoriya, Inko watching these two play. Midoriya running off and getting closer by the pier. Now, with that, whenever Midoriya can, he jukes out Katie, almost doing the exact same thing. Except this time, he actually just point to her and laugh at her, saying that she's right, this is pretty fun. Her getting a bit annoyed and gritting her teeth, as she does actually get up to her feet and try and run after him. Midoriya running up the staircase that is right there. And Katie and him, they do continue to play. Inko actually getting a bit more nervous since she can't see those two. Katie's mother simply just saying that they'll be fine, and that they do actually seem to be having quite a bit of fun, so they shouldn't really try ruining it. Alright. You're right. Now, with that being said, Midoriya and Katie are running around on the pier, and chasing after one another. Now, eventually, these two, they are, well, grabbing onto each other. And they're somewhat just, well, pushing each other back and forth. You're it, you're it, you're it. Until eventually, Midoriya, he does watch Katie run past him immediately. Her smacking him on the arm, saying, "You're it," as she runs over further down the pier. Midoriya chasing after her and watching what she does. Her jumping onto one of the railings and being directly over the water. Watching Katie as she just stands there. And Midoriya gets kind of nervous and starts to freak out a little bit, asking Katie what she's doing. "Oh, come on, Midoriya," she says, bringing her hands up and at least trying to catch her balance, turning as she starts to try taking steps, talking about how this is actually pretty easy to do. And she just has to try and keep her balance. Now, with that, somebody actually just say, "Hey kid, get down from there." And Katie does at least turn to look at them. The person running up and telling the kid that he needs to get off that. No I don't. Kid, you'll fall in the water. And it doesn't matter. Even then, I can just dive in. That's not the point, boy. It doesn't matter. Katie, just listen to the guy. Yeah, your friend here seems to be a lot smarter than you. What was that? Her turning and bringing up her fist, talking about how this guy, he doesn't know the first thing about her. Now, she actually does take a step backwards, and she falls into the water, diving feet first downwards. Now, with that, Midoriya actually does run over and look over the side of the pier, watching as Katie surfaces from the water, somewhat laughing, talking about how that was actually pretty fun, asking Midoriya if he's gonna jump in. The guy telling the kid that that's a stupid idea, and that he's glad that that kid's a whole lot smarter, right? That being where Midoriya jumps off the side of the pier, and he's freaking out for a second as his arms go flailing, him landing in the water and actually going down. As soon as he does, it takes a minute for him to get back up and gasp for air, as he himself does somewhat begin to laugh. And Katie says that they're going to play a different game now, her splashing water in his direction, and somebody just beginning to swim around. Now, with that being said, eventually the two do have to head home. And on the way, they are able to get ice cream because, hey, the kids had fun today, and it's starting to get a little hot. So why not? Now, with that being said, we do actually have the rest of the summer, which does continue somewhat like this. Midoriya and Katie hang out every single day. They don't have school, and really, their parents don't really care. The two are best friends after all. And eventually there is Midoriya's birthday, where Midoriya did ask for something from his mom, and she actually did get it for him. Her getting Midoriya somewhat of a weight set. Now, it's pretty, well, light and standard, but still it is something. Now, along with what Katie and her family got Midoriya. Katie, she wasn't really too sure, so she got Midoriya a book. So, something that her older brother was reading, and she's actually sneaked a peek at. A bit of a horror novel. Her giving it to Midoriya, and Midoriya quite confused as to what it was. Opening the book's pages and finding out what lies within. As he someone did scream a bit and talk about how this is weird. Oh, come on! That's my brother's favorite book. Really? Yeah, I read those things all the time. Whoa. Besides, look at this one. Her grabbing the book and flipping open to a page, as she actually does play out a scene for Midoriya. Her being a bit more dramatic and at least waving her hands around and somewhat screaming whenever it calls for it, causing Midoriya to at least laugh a bit more. Now, with that being said, the two, they have a lot more fun. And they actually have a bit of a sleepover. They both fell asleep on the couch watching a movie. Midoriya at one end and Katie at the other. Now, with that all being said, Midoriya began to start working out more. And we will cut up to around, yeah, I believe that that would work. Up to around the end of middle school. Now, with that being said, Midoriya over this time has continued his training, along with actually trying to increase it and decrease it in certain places. Now, he actually has dragged Katie in this training before, but, well, yeah. She was committed to it, but not as much as Midoriya. Now, with that being said, these two are sitting in class, and both are talking to one another. Midoriya talking about certain things as she herself is talking about other things. And, finally, the school day is over. As soon as it is, Katie and Midoriya, they both do stand up, along with everyone else in class. her spinning around and asking Midoriya what should they do today. Oh, well, I was gonna try and apply for UA. Really? Yeah, I think I can get in. Wow. Well, if you think so, then I'm gonna try too. Crap. Is Midoriya being serious? But still, there's a chance he can get in the UA. He's tried a lot. He's trained hard. I mean, just look at him. He's done a lot of hard work. Katie? Midoriya waving his hand in front of her face. Her snapping back to reality. And at least kind of blushing a little bit. Backing up and saying she's good. Just don't put her hands so close. Okay. But, you didn't answer my question. What question? Oh. Well, there's a new gym down by the mall. It's actually just, I think, half a block away. Do you want to go there with me? When did this gym open up? A few days ago, actually. I hear that they're actually giving out free memberships for like a 1-day pass. So we can go there, and if it's not a place you want to work out at, then we can try somewhere else. I hate going to those places. Why? You always get those weird assholes there. Yeah, those guys there. They think that just because they're hot shots with quirks, powerful quirks, and they work out and hey, look at me. They think they're all that, No. I don't think I've ever seen a guy there like that. Well, they always try to give me their number and try to ask me out on dates. You can't be serious, right? What? No. I mean, yes, I'm serious. Oh man, that sounds hilarious. Why does that sound hilarious? You don't think I can get a boyfriend? Oh, no, not like that. I'm just trying to imagine you going out on a date with somebody. Oh man, that poor guy. Her getting a bit angry. And punching Midoriya square in the chest. Almost knocking the wind out of Midoriya. Her asking exactly why does that seem so funny. Meanwhile, the few people who are still left in class do look at these two. Along with Bakugo, who wanted to confront Midoriya, but apparently this whole awkward situation is going on. Jesus. This is just like something I've seen in those romance novels I always read. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, dumbass! Bakugo shouting. Both these two looking at him. To which Bakugo goes on stating that if he's gonna try and get in the UA, then he's gonna have to work a whole hell of a lot harder. And try and at least get a damn quirk. Oh, shut the hell up, Bakugo. I can still kick your ass. I'd like to see you try, Deku. Oh, really? We can go right now. You know what? Fine. Bakugo says. Katie telling Midoriya that he really shouldn't try doing that. Midoriya is saying that he's going to try and teach this guy a lesson. Then they can try hitting that gym. How about that? Katie looking back at Midoriya, as he does at least give a bit of a confident smile. Now, with that, she does have a strange thought come across her mind, to which she quickly throws it out. Now, with that, Midoriya and Bakugo are facing off outside. Bakugo talking about how Midoriya is a weakling, and that without a quirk, he's useless. Midoriya stretching his arms and telling Bakugo that if he thinks that quirks are useless, then try not using yours. I don't have to listen to you. Oh yeah, Bakugo, because you can beat me without your quirk. You know what? Fine. Let's go. Now, Bakugo rushes towards Midoriya. And he actually does rush with an open palm. As soon as he does actually throw out his hand, he realizes what he's doing, quickly forming it into a fist. Midoriya dodging to his right, before bringing his hand up and actually smashing Bakugo across the face. Now, with that, Bakugo gets sent flying down towards the ground, quickly getting back up and bringing both of his hands up, as he rushes towards Midoriya. Now, Midoriya, he's able to dodge his punches. As Bakugo, he actually has to do a bit of an underhanded tactic, grabbing some dirt when he's on the ground, and spinning around and tossing it up at Midoriya, right into his eyes. As soon as he does, Midoriya tries bringing up his hands to defend, but Bakugo just punches him square in the nose, making Midoriya fall backwards and try and regain his balance. As soon as that does happen, Bakugo immediately just smashes down onto Midoriya and begins to just punch him across the face. Midoriya trying to throw his arms outwards and grab towards Bakugo. As Katie, she actually does try and run in, shouting that Bakugo cheated. As Midoriya tells Katie that he's got this, being able to actually bring his hand up and sock Bakugo in the side. As he does so, he brings his other hand up and does the exact same thing, hitting Bakugo in the gut. Now, with that, Midoriya quickly does at least try and push outwards, pushing against Bakugo and getting him to at least fall backwards onto his hands and onto his butt. Now, Bakugo just sitting there trying to recover for a second. Midoriya quickly just wiping the dirt out of his eyes, before Bakugo does stand up. Now, while Midoriya is trying to wipe the dirt out of his other eye, Bakugo rushes in, tackling Midoriya in his stomach and trying to at least push him back down towards the ground. Midoriya this time at least trying to get his footing, and trying to wrap his arms around Bakugo and actually try and pick him up. Now, while Midoriya is trying to do this, Bakugo is trying to fight against Midoriya. And Midoriya, he actually does do something Bakugo didn't expect. As these two are fighting each other physically, Midoriya brings out his left leg. His right leg almost buckles and makes him fall on the ground, but he brings out his left leg and kicks Bakugo in the back of his knee, causing him to have his leg buckle and cause Midoriya and him to go flying forwards. Now, with that, eventually somebody does come out and bring a stop to this. Midoriya and Katie leaving, after Katie told the teacher that Bakugo started the fight, and it was believable. Now, with that, after being scolded and basically written up, he leaves. Now, with that being said, Midoriya and Katie do head to the mall, and are going to go pass by it. However, they do take a bit of the long way, since they're talking, and they're not walking very fast. Now, with that being said, Katie does ask Midoriya certain questions, and Midoriya does ask her certain things. These two going back and forth. They've always been close friends, attached at the hip to each other, but recently they've been growing a bit further apart. It's kind of weird. Now, with that, Katie did ask Midoriya the question as to why he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. Why are you asking me that? You were talking about why I didn't have a boyfriend, so why can't I ask you that question? Well, that's kind of complicated actually. Why? I don't know. Uh, just been kind of busy, I didn't really think about it. Busy? Busy with what? Well, I mean, training and trying to study a bit. Plus, I've been doing a bit more research on heroes. We're going back to that subject. Yeah, I've been looking at the hero ranking recently. Mount Lady's, I think, number 32, and Kamari Woods is 35? Really? Didn't they just make their debuts a couple days ago? Yeah, I think so. Now, these two continue talking. Katie realized that Midoriya changed the subjects. Does he already have a girlfriend? No, I wouldn't know. Whatever. Now, these two do finally get to the gym, and they're about to step inside. However, a loud boom is heard. Midoriya and Katie look in that direction, both quickly running off, and going to see what is going on. Now, with that being said, Midoriya and her do arrive on scene, looking to see that heroes alike are all standing there dumbfounded. They're trying to capture the sludge villain, and they have had no success. Now, Midoriya watches as it's Bakugo. Katie, her kind of surprised. When the hell did Bakugo get here? Shit. Midoriya looking around, and just thinking, isn't anyone gonna do anything? Crap. The water hoses heroes are busy on the fire. Him looking around. Mount Lady can't get through without stepping on certain things. Kamari Woods. Hell. He's just gonna get pulled in. Shit. You know what? Okay. Make a tactic. Now, Midoriya in his head tries to come up with the same tactic as in canon. Him throwing his backpack and running in. Now, Katie's actually kind of surprised when that happened. As soon as Midoriya took off, she wanted to go after him, but she quickly did hesitate. And Midoriya, by the time he got to the sludge villain, she quickly began to try and run in. Now, Midoriya is clawing away the sludge villain, and he actually is able to grab Bakugo by his hand, trying to pull him free. Now, the sludge villain is blinded, but he's quickly being able to get his eyesight back. And Katie herself does actually begin to run in. However, the very moment that she does, All Might steps in, and quickly does a 100% smash, sending the sludge villain flying in different directions, and changing the weather. Now, with that being said, before the weather changed, Midoriya, Bakugo, and Katie, they were all actually sent different directions. And people quickly began to swarm them all, trying to ask this kid what his quirk is, along with trying to actually see if Bakugo is alright. Now, Midoriya was surprised to actually see All Might, and so was Katie, being absolutely caught off guard by the number one hero. Now, with that being said, Midoriya was able to get his autograph, and All Might did actually ask the young boy's name and his quirk. Midoriya telling him that he's quirkless, surprising All Might. And then Midoriya does ask him a question with a bit more confidence on his face, asking All Might if he can become a hero. What? No, young man. I don't think you can without a quirk. Oh, come on, All Might, Midoriya says, completely throwing his answer to the wind, saying that he's sure he can become a powerful hero. He's been training for this for as long as he can remember. Really? Yeah. I've been training ever since I was a kid. I mean, quirks aren't everything, right? This kid's got his head on his This kid's got a good head on his shoulders. Now, as it quickly begins to start raining, All Might tells Midoriya, bringing his hand upon his shoulder, that perhaps there is a way he could become a hero. In fact, him then at least whispering something to Midoriya, before quickly leaping off. Now, with that, Midoriya does actually turn around, and he does want to bring a thumbs up to Katie. However, his face turns a bit more to surprise. Katie trying to bring her shirt, or her jacket over her head to hide her from the rain. Midoriya and her quickly running over to that gym, where it's nice and dry. Now, with that, these two, they do take off their jackets and basically at least hang them up to dry for right now. And they actually do begin to start working out. Midoriya with a bit more confidence on his face, and Katie, she's kind of just curious. What did All Might just say to him? Well, whatever. If I'm gonna get to UA, I should start training too. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.